Hey guys, so today we are going to make a decorative macrame mason jar, and you can use it for a bunch of different things, for putting a candle inside, just make sure there's no ropes over top, flowers and whatnot. So we'll get started. First of all, I have cut one cord to 28 inches and you will tie it like this, and you want to make sure that these two down here are even, and we're not going to tie this one too tight because we want to attach the lark's head knot, well, cow's head knot I should say. So you want to make sure it has a little bit of slack, you see, and then once they're all on, we're going to tighten it up. And I've already pre-measured mine, but a good rule of thumb, because I know not everybody's going to have this size mason jar, for this pattern I did 4.5 times the length, and this jar is 6.25 inches high, so it ended up being 28 inches. So I'll just show you. I went 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So just in case you have a bigger one or a smaller one, whatnot, 4.5 is a good rule of thumb. Anyways, for all 28 of the filler cord, which I've pre-cut, this is how we're going to add them, because I don't want the knot facing out for this one. So this time we're going to go underneath that one, pull those cords through, and again, this is where you want to make sure that they are even on the bottom. Pull it nice and tight and carry on. So we're going to do that for all 28. Okay, so now you can see I've attached all 28 of the cords onto this, and I'm going to untie this little guy. And the trick is that you want to tie it quite tight around that top part, making sure that these ends, once again, are even. And I'm just going to do a regular knot, like you're tying your shoelaces. Okay, and now from there, I'm going to take these and I'm just going to space them out so that that bottom part, this center part, doesn't have a huge gap. And I'm just going to take a second and go around and try to make sure that they're as evenly spaced out as possible. Okay, so I've evened the spacing out, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 square knots in a row. So the first one I'm going to make is using the 2 from here and 2 from here. So there's the first one, and I'm going to go directly to the right side. I'm going to go over with the left, behind with the right, put up, now over with the right, behind with the left, and through that loop. Now to the left. So 1 to the left, 1 in the center, and 1 on the right. So I have the 3, and now I'm going to do alternating square knots. So I'm going to take 2 from this one and 2 from this one. Same thing right here. So now this, you can see, is my first V. So I did 3 here, 2 here, and 1 here. Always when you're doing the second and third row, take 2 from this one and 2 from this one. And now to go on and do the second one, and from here on out, this is the pattern for the first row that we're gonna do. For the next V, I am not going to use the next cord, okay? So even just put it in the pot so you're not tempted to use it. And I'm gonna do the same thing. So 3 square knots coming down into the V. And then once again on the other side, I will skip the next cord, okay? Okay, so you can see that one's down into a V. So I'm gonna turn it around once more. I'm not gonna use the very next cord. I'm gonna put it in. So now that you've seen that done twice, I'm just gonna work my way around and do the entire top with this exact method. Okay, so I've done these sort of V shapes the entire way around, leaving out one of the cords in between each of them. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip down this cord and we're gonna do diagonal clove hitch knots, to line each of the V's. So this is our working cord, so the one closest to that will be the working cord. And then we're gonna take the first one from here, and that will be the first. So we're gonna go over into a figure 4, and we're just gonna pull it through that loop. And for each of those, we are going to do it twice. Now we're going to do the other side, so using that one and bring it right down. So now that we've come to the center and we just have the 2 working cords left, I'm just going to continue using the right hand one as my working cord, and then I'm going to loop this one over twice to finish it off. So that's what it should look like when you're done. And once more, I'm just going to go and continue and do this the whole way around. Okay, so now you can see I have lined each of the V's coming down. And the next pattern that we're going to do are some square knots kind of in another V coming down from there. So we're going to take 2 from this side, 2 from this side, and do the same. You can see I did 1, 2 joining, and then that 4th one right there. Okay, so now I'm just going to go around, and I'm going to do that the whole way around as well. Okay, so you can see I've done that little 4 square knot diamond on each of them, and now I will do the same as these, except for you want to be careful here because you want to get the right rope. So I'm just gathering the ones that I've used. And then you see that first one to the right. I use that as my working rope or as my guide rope. And then I will work my way down and make that V shape again. So now you can see I have finished off all of the lower diamond patterns. I've tidied up the bow right there, And now all you gotta do is, we're gonna trim around the bottom to make it even. You can see this is just enough. So I'm gonna trim around the bottom and then comb it out to fringe it out a bit, just to give it more of a, like a whimsical look.